Okay, guys, so this is for the guitar players. So this is to learn the neck, right? To learn the neck and everything that you're gonna play on this exercise. You're gonna play the chords from the top string, and so you're gonna learn the neck. So it's gonna involve bar chords, right? And so this is just to familiarize yourself with the neck of the guitar, so so that you can find chords wherever you are. So on this exercise, you'll only do the top string, play your chords from the top string, and then on the next exercise, you will play the chords from the second string, and we'll kind of put them together then, so you can find yourself on the neck. So first of all, you know that G is over here. At your first dot, that's G, right? Your second dot, that's a whole step, so that would be A. The whole step, that would be B at the top string. So that's a B note. And from there we can form chords, right? Depending on the shapes that we want to use. And then, so if that's G sharp, A sharp, B. After B it will be C. So after B you go directly to C on your keyboard, right? On your music notes. Your first fret, that's F, right? Open string, that's E. So we obviously can form our chord from there, and that's F sharp. So that's how we learn our neck, right? Yeah, this is the 12th fret. This is E. We use your double dots. That's E again. So E, that's basically an octave from open E to E, and that's also how you can that kind of, yeah, know where you are on the neck, right? So that's the first thing. So now your chord shapes. So your bar chords involves you fretting one fret with your index finger, right? And then your pinky finger and your ring finger you'll put on you'll skip a fret, and then on your second string and your third string you'll play there. So that's a minor shape. If you just play those two fingers, that's a minor shape, right? So we'll just strum like, this is just bar chord practice, right? So E, that's G minor. So you put your middle finger on the fourth string in the fret after the one you're fretting. It'll be a major chord. Left your middle finger minor. Major. Minor. So that's the first thing. So that's on G. If we take it up a whole step, it will give us A. So you need to make sure that you fret this index finger quite firmly so that you can get those tones out there, right? If you fret it firmly, you get that minor third there. So if you don't fret it, it's gonna sound like a major chord. It's gonna sound like a suspended chord. But if you fret it hard enough, you're gonna get the minor chord out there, because it's derived from this minor shape, this E minor shape. That's an E minor, right? When you play it on an open string. So it's the same shape. You just moved it up the neck. But the third is, yeah, so your fingers need to be up a bit. That sounds minor, not major now. Major, but it's a minor on the fourth string. That's a minor third of there. So you have that, you have this. So that's actually minor. Should be a minor shape. So getting back to what we were doing, this is neck, practicing the neck and learning where you are on the neck, right? Other minor shape that you can do is this one. Minor 9 or minor 11, and so that's fretting all the strings except the second one, So it's a 4-string chord. So there you have A minor. If we take it up a whole step, B minor. So that's A minor, B minor. The first dot we know is G minor, is G at the top, so this is a minor shape. A minor. That's B. After B, you'll know if you go half step after B, you're gonna get C. So that's gonna be C minor. Your first fret is F, so that's F minor. G minor. Whole step. Whole step from G is A. Whole step from A is B. Half step from B is C. Whole step from C is D. Whole step from D is E. Half step from E is F. And obviously from there you can fill in your sharps and your flats, right? If you know where your main tones are, you can fill in your sharps and your flats. So this exercise, guys, practice your on the guitar, practice your major chords, practice your minor chords. So let's play major again, G major. Minor should be. You can hear the minor coming through there. That fourth string that's carrying your minor third to make it a minor chord. And when you put your index finger here or middle finger here, that makes it a major third. So that's major, minor. If you're not fretting it like well enough, then it's gonna sound major. It's gonna sound like suspended. But it's actually a minor chord when you do this shape. Because on your fourth string, that's a minor there. So that's what you're gonna practice. So let's play a chord progression just from the top string, only on the top string. All your chords are gonna be derived from your top string, right? So you're gonna have to use your bar chords for this exercise. It's important practice till you get the tones right? So we're gonna do a chord progression in the key of G, which is gonna be G major. You're gonna play then C major, G, C, A minor, and D, right? So it's gonna be 1, 4, 2, 5. So your G is obviously here, top string there. Your C is after B, so there. So you have your G, A, B, C, half step there. So here's your C, right? So it's gonna be G, it's gonna be C, it's gonna be A, which is there, your second dot, and then it's gonna be D, which is gonna be a whole step after C, which is your D there. So this exercise is for you to learn the neck, right? It's the purpose of this exercise. So G major, C major, A minor, A minor, and D major there. So let's do it sound a bit better than that. Let's do G major, C, A minor, D, G, C, A minor, D. So practice this exercise to learn your neck, right? So let's change the chord progression slightly. Let's do the chord progression G, E minor, um, A minor, and D. G, E minor, A minor, and D, but all from the top string, right? You can't play this E minor here because that's open E. That's fine. So you'll go to G, make sure you're in the right frets here because the frets get quite small at the top. But you can slide the shape, right? So you can get your shape, get your chords down. Yeah, so that will be your exercise to learn the neck. We can do the same thing for A. So we can do the same thing for A. A, and we can have A. So we can have A. We can have F sharp A. Then we'll have 6 which would be F sharp minor, which is the 2nd fret, minor chord there. Let's see if it works like this. Can do it there. So A, F sharp minor, then we should have B minor and E major. So it's 1, that's 6, that's 2, and it's 5. So let's try it with a bar chord. So A, F sharp minor. Next it is, what did I say? B minor, E, so let's do it again. B minor. What about the E up here? Oh, it's 2 dots. There's your E, right? So you can do it there too. So let's then just practice moving this chord around to different places. So I'm moving it and then just making a note of where I am on the neck. If I don't yet know, just call out where you are, right? So this is G, obviously. I'm gonna go to C. I'm gonna go to D, a whole step. Back to G. Now I'm gonna do it from F. And then I'm gonna go to B flat. No, F, G, F. B flat, C, back to F. This is all majors. So it's important to fret this index finger well across that fret, right? So you can get the other strings tones coming out. B flat, C. That's a 1-4-5 progression. So the 1, wherever you're on the top string, if you're playing from G, 1, and then if you go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 frets up, you'll be on the 4, and you take a whole step, you'll be on the 5. So if it's G, this would be a G. 5 frets up would be C. So there's your C. A whole step from C will give you the D, back to G. And then remember, if you lift up your middle finger from a major bar chord, you'll have a minor chord. fret it well. That's if you're just playing these two. Major, minor. So on your fourth string there's a minor third there, so try to get that to sound out. This guitar is quite small, so it's muting that string for me. But once again guys, the recap, this lesson is on learning the neck. So you want to learn the neck, know where you are on the neck. And this specifically relates to bar chords now. So get your fingers like you're used to getting the bar chords in, and sounding right. Yeah. So that's for the guitar guys. Top string, learning all the notes, calling them out. G, first dot, take a whole step, that's A. Take a whole step, that's B. Half step from B will give you C. All the way at the top, that is F. Open E, open string is E, and so on. And so learn the neck guys, and try to play chord progressions with your chords only from a top string, but it's just to learn your neck. All right, and then we'll bring in the second string, playing your chords from the second string and then combining the two, and to know where you are in whichever key you're playing in. Right. Stay blessed guys.